Okay, on live now? Hold on, what the heck is going on with my camera? Why is my camera so bright? It's because hold on, this is not, hold on guys, one moment, I'm gonna try to adjust the light. Okay, I think wow, this is terrible. I turned my live stream on and the lighting is like terrible. Is there a way I could fix this? Huh. Maybe, how does it look to you guys? I don't know why this is on so bright. Man. Okay, shoot. So Lance Graham asked, do you have any women, rugs, or house trade? Man, dude, you always look for trades, aren't you, dude? Nothing personal, I'm not gonna get mad at you for asking, but why? Is it because it's sunlight? Is it because, like, I got my light here in the living room on, but then also, it's starting to get a little dark out. It's like the sun started to set. I don't know why this looks so bright. Gonna wait a few minutes to start talking. Hopefully more people will join. I'll try to share a link on Twitter. I'm gonna go get up real quick so I can grab forgot my Roku remote. Rescue, move out of my way. I'm gonna go view it on my TV, but I'm gonna leave it on mute so I don't have to hear. So you don't have to really hear much of the background. I can. There we go. Let's see. Watching it back right now if I can. Okay. Yeah, why the heck does it look so bright? Is it because I got sunlight going? Hold on, let me try to 7 angle maybe? My cat is messing with me. He's, of course, near the tripod. Why is it so bright? I'm sorry to complain about that. I'm sorry if you just tuned in. You're wondering why I'm asking so bright. I'm talking about my video. Maybe, I don't know. I can't fix it from where I'm at. Let me do something real quick. Like I'm gonna hit this right here. Okay, it's not too bright when I do that. It's just bright where I'm at. Okay, it's bright by me. Huh. Weird. Maybe it's just having too much light. So hold on, I'm gonna turn the light off real quick. I know this stream is getting off to a weird start, but hey, it's a live stream. I don't have to prepare anything too much in advance. So it may look darker in here. Okay, that looks better. I'm looking at it right now. It's not so bad. Alright, cool. Wow, still looks kind of bad. Hold on, one more time, guys. I mean, it's dark there. Man, I don't want to just be pointing the live stream camera at my television. Okay, well. Oh, this looks kind of like I'm waiting for a ghost or something. Like, what the heck? I don't know if it's just my phone. Like, what's going on? Huh. I don't really know how to adjust this, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. I wanted just to get the stream up and go, ready to go, but dang. But you know what? Forget it. I'm not gonna complain about that. I've already been streaming now for a good 4 minutes, and I've been just messing around trying to fix this. I mean, I use my phone, so I might turn. Okay, that's my cat decide to act up. Hold on, guys. Rescue? You are going outside. You don't like it when I put him outside. Go out. He's not used to be outside. Sorry, guys. You had to see that. I'll let him back in a moment. Hopefully he doesn't take out his frustrations on me for putting him outside. I'm not a bad owner, I promise. I do love the hell out of the cat, but like a child, you gotta put a child in timeout. I can't just put my cat back in a bedroom and then all of a sudden he decides to, go crazy and knock something over in my bedroom. He's crying. I'm gonna let him back in a moment. Hopefully he'll settle down. He saw the part of my tripod that I used to adjust it. So he knocked it over that way. So if this doesn't work too well, I'm going to move it to my office because I want to do it out here in the living room, but maybe I just want to be out in the living room so I can just maybe watch something on TV or something while I'm doing the stream. I may have to get back up in a moment, guys. I kind of feel bad I let him out. Also, he likes to mess with anything and everything. I'm afraid at some point if he's going out there and he sees something that entices him, like, say, phone lines or something, I'm like, yeah, I may lose internet. And I'll have to rely solely on my phone because I'm using my Wi-Fi right now to do the stream. So, please excuse me one more time. I haven't turned the light back on. It's starting to really get dark. I don't really know why I can't get this to work the way I want it to. So here I make it too bright because I use a remote for my fan and my light. Or it's too dark. I really do not know what the heck. You know what? I'm going to try something different. So maybe I have to watch on TV. So I'm also going to... That's the reason why I'm staying out here. I'm going to do this on my television so I can see the live chat. So bear with me one moment. This is my last ditch effort. Of course, it's going to be on a delay, so I won't be able to see it right away the right way. So hold on, guys. Okay, I can't see a whole lot of this right now. Like I said, there's a delay. I'm trying to look at the camera as I'm doing this, so we're gonna see how this works. If not, I will flip it back around, and like I said, I'll move the office and let the cat back in. So I'm actually watching back at my television. I apologize that I've spent most of the stream here trying to figure out how to do this. So I'm watching on my TV. Okay, well. Alright, that looks a little better. I'm watching it back on my television. I'm going to turn the light on, though. It's still kind of dark. So, hold on. Okay. That may be the best thing I can do. So, guys, I will look at your comments when I look at the television, if you do comments. Or I will look down my phone. I got my backup phone with me, my one that runs only on Wi-Fi. So I can read your comments. Alright, so I'm reading comments right now on the TV. David White-witted arcade Twitch channel. Things will get better. Just pray to God and hold on. Hey, dude, I'm with you. I'm staying positive about it. My thing is, we can't be all negative and going crazy and buying stuff like crazy because that's not the way to go. So I'm glad that I'm got somebody that agrees. It's just I'm not sweating the virus so much. It's just if I'm going to be out of a job for a while and I only have maybe at most 2 or 3 weeks I can use for a sick vacation, that's what worries me. It's ridiculous. Hold on. One real quick, last thing, I want to hear the audio back on the TV. So you will hear me in the background twice. Got somebody that agrees. It's just, I'm not sweating. Okay. I just wanted to hear myself real quick, just to see how it sounds. By the way, wearing my KU tank top, and I also got a hat on. 2008 national champions. No national title, not just for KU, but for nobody. Right now, I'll be honest with you, I'd be watching the NCAA tournament right now, especially if KU were playing, whether it be tonight or tomorrow, because I'm off tomorrow as well, because I mentioned in my live stream last night, which it does kind of suck that not really anyone came to watch, and that's all right. I did it kind of late, because the majority of you guys that are here in the U.S. were probably already in bed, so it's understandable. Okay, so I'm going to let the kid in real quick. Hopefully he will not cause another distraction. He is a cat, so I have to get up real quick. But I am going to stop babying him and let him go outside when he gets older and be out there with him. Okay, mister, get back in the house. Come back in, lay on the couch. I'm trying to do a live stream for my YouTube audience, so please do not cause a ruckus. Okay, I'm back. So, like I said, this in the description of the, after the title, screw the pandemic. Let's just chat about whatever. There's really nothing going on tonight. At least not when it comes to wrestling. SmackDown's on tomorrow, and who knows what SmackDown's gonna be like. They've already done like weird episodes of Raw and NXT. SmackDown at least has some decent wrestling, but now I'm kind of wondering if all these bands be put into place, what SmackDown's episode will be like. Will they have to show like maybe a Universal title match? Maybe they'll show Goldberg versus The Fiend from Saudi Arabia. Or, I don't know, if we'll see more of Roman Reigns, Baron Corbin. We don't need to see that anymore. We're not, I don't know. Yes, David, I have heard about that. China is back to normal. Now, some people are debunking it because there's some people out there that are conspiracy theorists. They're skeptics saying that China's trying to hide something. I'm like, people, oh my gosh. And yes, even I at one point tried to say it was like a conspiracy, but you know what? That's not the way to think. Because it's still serious. It's like the coronavirus is nothing new. It can kill someone, and it has killed people. Is it being blown up proportion? Yes and no. But people just need to calm down, stop fighting each other, because people are just on either side. You got people who think it's fear mongering way more than I do, and they're being hateful about it. Me, I just want it to stop, but I try to be positive about it. It's like people are just complaining, and then you got the people who are really scared and saying, "Hey, don't cry to us when you start getting sick, and this country's on lockdown. You end up in a hospital," and like, oh man. And then people, what they say about Trump. I'm not the biggest supporter of Trump, but if he is willing to give us all something to help us, if he is, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like Trump is against all of it. Sometimes he's for us. I don't know. Maybe he is for us. I don't really know. He has a tendency to put his foot in his mouth, but then again, has any president not done the same thing? Obama, George W. Bush, Clinton. Every president at some point has put their foot in their mouth for something. Nobody's going to be supported by everyone, but man, could you imagine if we had YouTube back during the time of 9/11? There'd be still people be naysaying Bush, regardless, of what Bush said to try to unite us as a war, as a country. Now it's a world. I mean, this is a global pandemic. I mean, like I said, I'd be watching the NCAA tournament right now. And not just the men's, I'd watch the women's tournament too. Just to watch any sports. Baseball season's due to start up in a couple of weeks originally, but that ain't happening. May not start up till like late May or early June. Who really knows, to be honest? And with WrestleMania moving from Tampa Bay and the Raymond J. Stadium, which holds like what? Can hold 80,000 people. They're going to be at the Performance Center and they won't have a crowd. Man, it's crazy to think about that. Guys, real quick, I forgot to share this on Twitter, so I need to do that. So in case people want to know there, if you already found out through your subscriptions, awesome. So far, David and Lance, are the only ones. Even Lance just commented before the stream started, just to ask me about some trading cards, which cool. You want to ask me, hey, it's chat about whatever. It's like whatever you want to ask me about. Hey, cool. I don't. It's not a problem. If you want to talk about wrestling, toys, or just give your thoughts on coronavirus. I mean, I'm not going to hold against you right now. It's on everybody's minds as we're just all scared at the moment. But, trying to be hopeful. Kids are out of school. Like, school's been altogether canceled where I'm at. Man, I'm just getting bad mucus allergies, man. Like I said, I promise I'm not sick. At least I don't hope I'm not. You never know. The symptoms can change from time to time what they are, but they're just saying all this stuff. Like I said, the school district here in the Wichita area, they've already canceled school for the year. So, kids who are going to be finishing school like in the middle of May, they're done now. And seniors, they'll get to graduate. They just won't get to their diplomas in a ceremony, obviously, because we can't have any public gatherings right now. All right, so real quick, I'm just gonna put this on Twitter, right, real quick. I am live now on YouTube. I may flip the phone back around here shortly, just in case. Maybe the lighting gets better, I hope. I think the sunlight from the outside is kind of interfering, so it's kind of hard to, do the video without it looking too bright. Okay. Just want that. Damn, yeah. There's a lot of stuff a lot of us can't do, man. Eat corn dogs. I hate to hear that, man. People are buying food up like crazy. I mean, at least one of the places I've been to as of late, my Family Dollar, still has plenty of groceries. Of course, everybody's not being able to find toilet paper, hand sanitizer, wipes, whatever people need for cleaning. And then bread seems to be the food I didn't see the most of. But everything else was still there, but who really knows now? That is just ridiculous. Crazy cat always acting up like he usually does. So once again, I'm reading your guys' comments from the TV. I may also look down my phone if I need to. Really nothing to watch now. I mean, I don't have cable, and I can always watch it on a streaming service, but I can do that anytime. But really, just I don't know. I might be back on tomorrow for SmackDown. For what? I mean, I don't even know what SmackDown's gonna be like. Maybe just to watch SmackDown like I would a pay-per-view. I'm watching on my TV and I'm watching Rescue in the background. Sniffing my back. Of course, I can't see when I'm not looking at my phone. I mean, I'm looking at the camera on my phone, just I'm not looking on the camera like I would normally. But maybe this, I don't know, this might have the way I go, I guess. So, I'm staying home for the next 2 days because I don't have to work today or tomorrow. Just gonna quarantine myself for the hell of it. And I'll go back to work Saturday, which is not really the best thing. Hopefully, me and my coworkers, we don't get all that close to each other. I know I'm not being paranoid, but they're just suggesting we don't be near each other. Then I'm off Sunday. And then it's going to continue where once again, next week I'll be off again Thursday, Friday, Sunday. It's just how my work week goes. We start our work week on a Wednesday and end it on Tuesday. And that's usually when our pay period weeks ends on a Tuesday every 2 weeks. And I know some jobs are like that. Our jobs are a little different, but that's how it is with the work week where I'm at. I'm working in fast food as a manager, and I'm one of many managers on the night shift. There's 4 of us, so and then I was willing to take the cut because I'm a little bit old. I'm one of the older managers, and it's even though I'm pretty decently healthy for a heavy guy, even then just being closer to the age of 40, I'm probably 35 in the next month. It puts me a little more at risk than the other managers who are all still under the age of 30. And it's not to say none of them are at risk. I have coworkers who are also overweight, or if they're skinny, they smoke, or both. And I mean, I'm fortunate I don't smoke. If I was both overweight and smoked, I feel like it would put me at even a worse risk of getting this. But I feel like we'll be okay. It's people with really bad immune systems, or the elderly, or just senior citizens in general over the age of 55 or 60. They're at the most risk. I'd be more concerned from my uncle. My uncle's in his 60s. He's an electrician now. He and his son, they work together, at least when they can. And I'd be the most concerned for them, even though they work alone. It's just them. They don't have anyone else that works for their company. And my uncle and cousin, they're lucky to even get work. My cousin's also got another job when he's not helping his dad out, where he's doing floor cleaning. So I kind of worry for my cousin because he's a year older than I am. He's like an older brother to me since I don't have any brothers. But like I said, I'd worry more for my uncle just because he's in his 60s. He's got diabetes. No, it's not really too hardcore of a case diabetes because he can still get sugar every now and then. But he still has to watch his blood sugar. But I'd worry more for him than I would anyone else in my family, especially since he's really the closest thing I have to a parent or anything else. Since I don't have my mom, and then I don't have any living grandparents, and I don't know any of my relatives on my dad's side right now because I'm kind of I don't know. I would like to know my relatives on my dad's side. I mean, and hopefully, if my dad's still around, he's a stroke survivor. I would hope that he wouldn't be getting into this. If we know it's kind of hard to talk about my dad because I asked my dad in 25 years or longer. But I know I'm not trying to get too personal with family. But I just I think about the people I'd be the most concerned about right now with this. But hey, let's talk some wrestling. How about AEW last night? I didn't really have a chance to talk much about wrestling. I did mention AEW. I didn't want to spoil for anyone in case anyone hasn't watched it. If you still haven't watched, then maybe mute for about a few minutes. I don't know for how long. How about this? I'm going to put a fist up. And so when I put the fist down, if you don't want to hear the spoilers, you can wait till the fist goes down. So first, Brody Lee, the former Luke Harper of WWE, is the Exalted One. When everybody thought it was going to be, Matt Hardy, which, just wait. You'll find out about Matt Hardy here shortly. I mean, Brody Lee is the Exalted One. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean he's the leader? Does it mean like he's an enforcer? Like, what does this mean? Interesting. And when I saw that promo, first they kind of dubbed his voice where his voice sounded a little deeper, and then they eventually started taking that off of his voice where his voice went back to normal. I was like, man, made him feel like he was a main eventer. And I feel like he could be a world champion someday, He was treated like a mid-carder in WWE who went nowhere, was plagued by injuries. This McMahon didn't like the fact he couldn't speak in a southern accent. So, of course, he's not southern. He's from New York. So, of course, he could speak more in a New York accent, if anything. But, whatever. Hey, I'm happy he's in AEW. Quite a reveal. They kind of spoiled it a little because I guess he came down the entrance ramp and then they turned the lights off and then he appeared behind like Christopher Daniels and beat him up. And so, hey, interesting. A lot of people kind of did speculate it. David, I see you. You like my cat? Yeah, I love my cat too, but he could be a little bit handful. But anyways, back to the AEW spoilers. The other one, I just mentioned Matt Hardy. Yes, if y'all figured by now, Matt Hardy is in AEW. He will be teaming up with the Elite. He'll be taking the place of Nick Jackson as he will join Matt Jackson, Kenny Omega, Cody, and kind of Hangman Page. Hangman Page, like, when they asked him to come out earlier in the night to join up with them because they had their problems with him, and, he raised the glass to them. So hopefully that means he'll be with them, to take out the Inner Circle. So, hey, it'd be interesting. When he saw Vanguard 1, I was like, yep. There's Matt Hardy. Well, of course, I get spoiled because I go to YouTube and I'm already seeing thumbnails, but, whatever. Other than that, the rest of the show was better than what Raw or NXT was this week. NXT just did, just recaps of matches and talk about the superstars as they go into their matches. Right now it's just Rhea Ripley go through a match with WrestleMania. They had to cancel TakeOver Tampa. So spoilers are done. Once again, I told you if you were watching the stream to wait, or if you watch it later, obviously, when it's not live, that when I put my fist down, that you can listen. I might go back, though, and spoil some more. So after this, you've been warned. You will get spoiled again later if we do talk about it some more. If anybody else wants to come talk wrestling. And then that's, yeah. That was a pretty decent show. For what they had to do, just like WWE, they had to go through it, going with, an empty crowd. At least they let, Shawn Spears and MJF and Wardlow and whoever else they could have in their crowd. And it was a pretty decent show for what it was. AEW, from what I saw, did about 900,000. NXT only did about 500,000. Of course, NXT wasn't no comparison. It was like comparing a new episode to a rerun. David says, "I like to watch on TV. I like to watch My Little Pony." Ain't no wrong with that. I've watched My Little Pony a few times myself. I'm kind of, I don't know. I don't want to admit I'm a brony, but I've watched My Little Pony Friendship is Magic a few times. Well, actually, I've watched it a lot. I don't know. I feel like people like to crap on people who are bronies. It's kind of like just like me being a wrestling fan. People like to crap on us being wrestling fans. But you know what? Whatever you're into, who cares? Shoot, I kind of, in a way, when I watch that series, I like Applejack. She seems like real genuine. I like that she's honest. So to my subscribers, yes, I just kind of revealed that I watched MLP. Guess what? I don't care. At this point, if I die, I guess I better say something. But not saying I'm a full-blown brony, but you know what? I like to watch cartoons anyway. Most of the cartoons I watch are more for, guys and boys, not so much for girls. But who really cares? If you go and you watch a few episodes of Friendship is Magic, and it's, a pretty decent series. I like some of the pop culture references they did. Like, there was an episode where, Rick and Morty and Heisenberg from Breaking Bad, I think, were in it, if I remember right. I know that Rick and Morty for sure were in there. You would not see that in any other kids show. Man, they know how to appeal to the older people, the bronies, that's crazy. But, other than that, when it comes to TV, I don't watch much television anymore. Now, since I mentioned it, I used to like to watch Rick and Morty. That's a pretty good show. Not everybody's gonna like it, but whatever. I used to really be big into watching Family Guy. I still watch Family Guy every now and then. Same goes with The Simpsons, even though, man, The Simpsons has kind of gone a little stale, but it's been on for like 30 years now. And how many predictions have The Simpsons gotten right? There's like a thing out there that said The Simpsons predicted the coronavirus. They predicted Trump becoming president. I think they predict national disasters, wars. They predicted certain kinds of technology coming about. I don't know. Say what you want about that. Either Matt Groening, if I said his name right, is in the secret society, or somebody that wants to cause chaos or whatever likes The Simpsons. I don't know. Man. So I don't know if I'm probably my phone pointed like this, where I have to kind of watch my television to see comments. Just for now, because I don't like how the lighting looks when I have my phone turned around. It just looked weird. But that's alright. I'm not gonna rant about that. Sometimes you have to improvise. But still, not having sports on TV right now has been crazy. Along with everything else, like you turn to the news, it's like I don't watch the national news. I only watch the local, and you know, it's something you can't avoid right now is hearing the coronavirus. The only time I really want to watch the news is for the weather. It's like the weather is the only time they don't mention the coronavirus. You know, of course, the regular news they have to. Sports, unfortunately, they have to mention it because you hear all these stories about athletes in the NBA and other sports leagues getting tested positive for the virus. It's like, man, like Kevin Durant, there was a player on the Utah Jazz. I don't know who all else, but it's like, man, you know. And then in wrestling, Roman Reigns, because he is a leukemia survivor. You know, so he's not only fought once but twice. Doctors have to check on him right now to make sure that he doesn't contract this, disease, because it could possibly kill him. I mean, if leukemia isn't what kills him, it'd be the coronavirus, and they'd be worried. So they gotta do what they gotta do. I mean, Roman had that case of, what was it, the mumps or the measles back in 2017, where he, Bray Wyatt, and Bo Dallas all had to, stay away for a while, and so you gotta, think about that. Man, I'm gonna lay back a little. Of course, I'm watching my cat over here sniffs. Cats are always smelling something, like they know stuff. I don't know. I think there's sometimes that some of the cats have been in this house in the past that have left their pheromones behind, and maybe he smells that, or maybe he smelled when we used to have dogs here. Because this is a house that's been my family for like ever. This used to be my mom's house before she passed away, and I lived here in both my childhood and also as an adult before going out on my own. And I still am on my own. I mean, I live by myself. And you know what? I'm fine with that. Right now, this situation, I wouldn't want to be with anyone right now, whether it be, wife and kids. And not that I don't want to get married and have children, but I know, it's kind of late in life, but you know what? Whatever. I still could. But right now, with what's going on, it's kind of the best for my own sake, in case, say, if I were married and my significant other went somewhere and contracted the virus and I had to go to isolation, I mean, that would suck. Or if I contracted the virus, I mean, that's not a reason not to get married. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying at the moment with what's going on, it's like, man. All right, so I can't really see my phone any viewers the most as I have my phone turned around. So I'm gonna go back to my. Well, I guess I could look on the TV. Two watching. Okay, so probably one of the viewers is probably me because I'm watching on my TV, and that means David. I'm assuming you're still on. If you have anything else you want to chat about, dude, let me know. Hmm. Man, Rescue, can you settle down, kidding? Psycho Cat, it's gonna be all right. Rescue, come on. He's always psycho regardless. You know, cats have that sixth sense where they know what's going on in the world. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to go outside. I mean, it's a human disease, but still, I would hope that felines, canines, and other species of animals can't get it. Man. Now, depending on how well this stream goes, I'll stay on for at most 2 hours, maybe, just because, why not? And it seems like this phone I have is a lot better. I used to have, well, also, it's not just my phone, it's my carrier. I used to be with Sprint, and I'm still on 4G with Sprint. and I had the last one I had with them was a Galaxy Note 9. You know, I don't. I mean, yeah, I know this will be like Apple better, but I like Android mostly for Samsung. This phone's like an LG, and it's some crappy phone I got from like Metro PCS with me and one of my friends were on a plan together, and we went with like Metro PCS for like a week. Then Sprint came crawling back to us. Rescue, get away from, get away. Don't knock it over again. Stream I lagged a little. I just looked out my phone, but anyways, the phone like I said I'm using now with AT&T. It's on 5G. It's a Galaxy Note 10 Plus, so hopefully it's not having the problems in the past that my Note 9 with the Sprint had with comes to streams. But that may be just YouTube. I don't know. I feel like I've had better luck streaming in other places. I've thought about Twitch honestly. I know Twitch is more associated with video games, but people will go on Twitch just to talk anyway. I think Twitch don't really care. And when it comes to stuff like copyright, if I want to play music in the background, I can do that. I mean, Instagram, I think you can do that. Periscope. I tried Periscope. Periscope is a lot of people that just troll you there. Not saying I'm afraid of trolls. I just block them. But it's like Periscope, it's random. I like, at least like with YouTube, unless somebody searches for my videos, like I'd have to put certain tags in it. I'm only gonna really have my subs or anyone that sees it, link to it on Twitter. But really, that's just the people who follow me. Once again, I don't care about trolls. Trolls be trolling, whatever. I'll just block them. I just Periscope I didn't care for that much. That's why I stopped using it. I used that like last 4 years ago. But I may. Sorry, I'm about to kind of try not to hack up real quick, but I might do Instagram again here soon. I like Equestria Girls? Cool. Yeah, I like Equestria Girls is alright. Shoot, now if I see something about Equestria Girls, I like those little figures, the minis, but I don't care much for the dolls. Same goes with the MLP figures. I like those Guardians of Harmony figures they made, but I didn't really care much for the brushable, the ones that were kind of made for girls. And once again, if you collect those, hey, no problem with that. Shoot, I have some of the WWE Superstar dolls they made that were supposed to be for girls, but I collect them anyway. I have just like three. I have like Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Carmella, and I've been thinking about getting the Alexa Bliss. And Rescue was trying to get my attention earlier. I just ignored him because as I watched back on there, it's like, Rescue, you crazy little cat. So I know I'm making some revelations here. It's like, but you know what? I've stopped caring what people think. I'm getting to that point where it's like, if I want to tell people I collect Barbies, what the hell are you going to say about me? So what? This is what I'm going to say right now about the double standard. People will say, oh, hey, a girl collects Marvel Legends and collects, like, WWE Elites. Oh, that girl is cool. A guy collects, like, MLP or Barbies. Oh, that guy's a weirdo. He's like a queer. Oh, my God, keep him away from me. Like, are you serious? Like, here's the thing. I like collecting my wrestling figures. I like collecting my Power Rangers, my Turtles. I collect some anime-related stuff, both Dragon Ball Z figures and Pokemon figures. I collect some anime girl figures. And maybe I do kind of like some of that other stuff. And once again, if this changes some people's opinions about me, well, then whatever. I've gotten to that point in my life where I've stopped caring what people think about me. Sometimes it's kind of hard to admit that to some people, so some people may take it the wrong way, including people in my personal life. Shoot, one time I was talking to my boss about an episode of NLP. I showed him like the Tyrek and Twilight battle because I saw that and I thought it was pretty cool because it reminded me a lot of Dragon Ball Z. And he saw it, was like, oh man, that is cool. I don't know if he was just trying to humor me, but my store manager, he's pretty cool about things. And just like when we talked about, people at work are kind of losing their hours or just a tired day in general because of what's going on with the pandemic. He's like, I don't want to do this to anyone. Is basically what he said, but he's like, the company's putting me in a rock and a hard place. We got to save our labor so people can still get paid. Otherwise, everybody's got to, struggle, especially people who can't have sick vacation leave. So, sorry I have to get back into that subject. But yeah, just want to make those little admissions. It's not because I think I'm going to die. You know what? I think I was going to probably say this stuff eventually. I mean, I'll admit, I've kind of gotten a little bit out of watching MLP, to be honest. I mean, and also, I did enjoy like the 2012 Ninja Turtles cartoon. I mean, I'm still gonna be a fan of the '87 Turtles cartoon. I still like the 2003 version of the Ninja Turtles cartoon. The 2012 cartoon was awesome. As for the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that came out in 2017 and and basically that series has probably been canceled by now, or at least if not canceled, they've cut it back. I didn't like that series. Every crapped on the Next Mutation back in '97, but that series was corny. But I still watched it, maybe because I was a kid. I don't know how I'd feel today if I were still a kid, if I would care about that new series. But honestly, I look at the animation, I look at the toys. Compared to the 2012 series, I love the toys. The toys still look good. And the storyline for the 2012 series was really good. It took like good elements from both the comics and the cartoons that preceded it, along with the movies. Even I mean, I liked how they did a lot of references. Like they even referenced like the Michael Bay movies. They threw like a little nod to the Next Mutation with Venus de Milo on their turtle wagon. But they mostly heavily referenced like the comic books and the '87 and 2003 shows. And shoot, I mean, it was a pretty cool series. Plus, you had Rob Paulson who did Raphael in the '87 series, and they did Donatello in the 2012 series. And various other guest stars. I mean, they brought whoever they could, and hey, they had that crossover with the '87 Turtles. I'm a little bummed they didn't do a crossover with the 2003 Turtles, even though the 2003 Turtles and '87 Turtles did a crossover for Turtles Forever. It would have been cool for all three to have a crossover. And then they had both the 2003 and the 2012 have both had crossovers with the comic book Turtles too, even though they both did it differently. Hell, God, if it would be cool if they could have crossover with the live action Turtles somehow. Would have been either the original ones that were done by Jim Henson or the Michael Bay or the or even that mutation. I don't know. That would have been funny too, but probably means we're not gonna get crossover in the new series. But I watched it. I watched one episode and I couldn't do it. Power Rangers and everything I still enjoy. I have been watching Beast Wars because I don't have cable. I know I could probably catch it online somewhere. I kind of stopped watching after Ninja Steel. I like Dino Charge. Dino Charge was pretty cool, even though there's a lot of people kind of get annoyed with how the series ended and kind of how it makes an alternate timeline. But you look at all these other Power Rangers seasons, how many of them are actually alternate timelines or whatever? I mean, honestly, I'm always going to love the original Mighty Morphin, and I enjoyed Zeo. I enjoyed Turbo, despite whatever people like to say about it. Power Rangers Space was cool. A series I probably didn't think I was going to ever enjoy was Time Force, because I stopped when I was younger, I stopped watching Power Rangers by the time In Space came on. So when Lost Galaxy came on, Lightspeed Rescue, I maybe watched them a little but didn't care. Time Force came on, I didn't care at all. And then several years later, Nickelodeon was doing like a 20th anniversary marathon of old Power Rangers seasons, and they had Time Force on. I watched, I was like, man, why did I not watch this series? Time Force may have been one of the better shows. Heck, they talked about death of all things. Like, what the main character Wes, who had to become the Red Ranger, his father almost died, and they even said his father was going to die. And it came on at a time when 9/11 just happened, so there was a lot of stuff they had to edit out of the series just to not let kids be reminded that the World Trade Center was attacked that day, and at that time. So they had to make a lot of changes. I mean, they had to make a lot of changes like a lot of things, like Pokemon. They had to ban certain episodes. Like there was like a Tentacruel episode they had to ban because Tentacruel destroyed a building. So that episode, I guess, stopped airing for a while. I mean, it probably doesn't air anymore anyway because all the old episodes of Pokemon now are like on demand since they're only doing like the Sword and Shield series now, like in Japan, and I think they're now finishing up the Sun and Moon series if they haven't already started dubbing the Sword and Shield anime into English. And Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, enjoy that. As I kind of give you a continuation of your question of what shows I like to watch. I kind of stopped watching Dragon Ball Super, not because I was bored of it, because I cut off my cable, and I actually had satellite. Um, so I was like, I mean, I still try to catch it every now and then. And I recently, the last thing I watched Dragon Ball Super was the Broly movie, where they kind of basically redid the Broly timeline and had him with where Frieza's there, and Frieza ends up killing Broly's father. Like, oh no, it's such a tragedy. One of my coworkers is a Dragon Ball Z fan. He likes to quote that, and he likes doing like Frieza's Japanese laugh. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, can you please? Okay, let me stop talking about my face because I'm supposed to touch your face right now. What's going on? I guess no, but seriously, yeah, Dragon Ball Super. And Dragon Ball GT, I enjoyed that. Some people didn't like Dragon Ball GT course, the original series Dragon Ball, you know, when Goku was a child. I enjoyed that. I love Digimon. Digimon was a great series. I wish the series they had like in Japan, I think it was in 2016. It was like some kind of like mobile app based series of Digimon. I don't know what it's called, but it's like the sixth or seventh season. It's the only one of Digimon that hasn't aired here in the U.S. We've had like all the previous seasons, except for like I think the last part of like the last season of Digimon Fusion did not air in the U.S., but the first two of that series did. Um, Man, though, just trying to think of all the stuff I watch. I mean, I could go look name off all the cartoons I used to watch. Stuff I still like to watch from time to time if I can catch it, like stuff in the '90s, like old Disney cartoons in the '90s, like DuckTales. I mean, I haven't watched the reboot, but I mean, I would give it a chance if I ever watched it before I judged it, because unlike the new Turtles cartoon, when it came to the new, when it comes to the DuckTales, I probably would have watched it. Whereas DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, Tailspin. I can talk about old like Warner Bros. Cartoons in the '90s, like Animaniacs, Tiny Titans Adventures, Freakazoid. How about Nicktoons like Doug, Rugrats, Ren and Stimpy, Rocko's Modern Life, Hey Arnold? I mean, I'm '90s all day. I can talk some '80s. I mean, besides Turtles, Transformers is the only thing in the '80s because I was born '85, so there's a lot of cartoons in the '80s I ended up missing that I didn't get into later on when they repeated them, like say G.I. Joe, Thundercats. Master of the Universe, I didn't even know about till like the 2002 version came out. Not that I never cared for those shows, just I never got into them because they either aired right before I was born, or by the time I was around, they were getting ready to end. I mean, Turtles at least went through into the '90s. And that's why Turtles will always be like my favorite franchise, followed by Power Rangers. And of course, I'm a wrestling fan. I've been a wrestling fan for like 22 years now, going back to when the Monday Night Wars were a big thing with WCW and the WWF before it became WWE, and WWE bought out WCW. Well, WWF bought out WCW, then became WWE. Man, I think, where's my wrestling fans? Let's talk some wrestling, guys. I mean, we can talk everything. I mean, I don't care what we talk about. We just need to be united with what's going on. Who cares if you're a wrestling fan, you're a brony, you can like Star Wars. I'm not big on Star Wars, but if you want to talk Star Wars, say what you like about it. I don't care what you're into. We just need to be united right now with what's going on with this dang virus and how it's making people go crazy. How it's just ridiculous. People are hoarding toilet paper and hand sanitizer. They're fighting each other. They're not being courteous. People are not holding doors open. They were rushing the aisles just to buy this stuff. And it doesn't matter if stores put limits. People will use the self checkouts if they have to. What are they gonna do? They're gonna watch the camera in the back and say, "Oh no, these people are buying more toilet paper than they're supposed to. Let's look at security." I saw a picture on Facebook that showed like some police officers standing in front of toilet paper guarding it like it's national treasure. Right now, at this point, it is national treasure. It is insane how something we use to wipe our butts is being taken for granted because of a dang virus. It is ridiculous. Man, I don't know. So I'm probably just at some point I'm gonna stop looking at my television for the stream. I'll stick to looking at my other phone, and hopefully I don't run out of battery on this phone because I can't really look at it. If I need to, I'll turn it around at some point. I'll check on it, but um, man. So whoever's viewing, and I got 2 likes, thank you. I do appreciate it. You are awesome. Um, Let your friends know if you got any friends who are wrestling fans, or you guys see my turtles behind me. Of course, I was just on these turtles for a while. Maybe at some point I'll do a collection update, show all my turtles figures, show my wrestling figures, Power Rangers, and maybe when I feel comfortable, I might show some other stuff in my collection. Because I admit I do have some other stuff. I already mentioned I had the WWE Superstars doll. I mean, I did show those up like in my Toyota videos. I feel like it's to the time where I'm like, man, I enjoy what I collect, and people should just not care if you do or not. My cat's over here just, I don't know if he's cleaning himself or he's attacking himself. He's probably just, yeah, he's probably cleaning himself. He's going crazy. He's trying to bite himself. Oh, Rescue, you're a little crazy kid. And I mean, he's not so little anymore. He's just getting so big nowadays. I mean, he's about 7 months old now, almost 8. He's getting close to being an adult. He still acts like a baby. I mean, he's still kind of young. He's basically still in his adolescence. I would say if he's a child, he's like basically late elementary, almost middle school age if he were an actual kid, a human. But that's just a guess. I mean, cat aging works different than say dog aging. Where dogs, it's like I think it's like every 7 years. Well, cats, I think they age rapidly within a year to be an adult, and then they slow down for a while, and they may not reach their senior years, so they're about maybe I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years old, maybe. Who really knows? Like dogs, they become seniors pretty quick. No, he just curled in the corner. Okay, he's still awake. And he was kind of bugging me earlier when I was trying to organize my Pokemon card binder because I just finished filming my two Pokemon card videos earlier, and of course I got to get them organized in the binder afterwards, and that's what also took me so long because I was trying to get some other stuff done, like some cleaning, had to eat some lunch, and just some other things before I was ready to start streaming. So I would have started streaming sooner if it weren't for all that. But that's all right, you know. I'm happy to be on here. You know, I'm happy whoever's here if you're viewing. If you, oh, sorry, my own tripod. I tell the cat not to do that, and I do it. But yeah, current time is 7:51. I mean, I'm gonna stay on as long as I can. I just this is just more me just sitting here talking. I want you guys to interact with me. Just I don't know anything else you want to share. Any positive words of wisdom. And like I said, if you're a wrestling fan, just come on, chime in. If you're a Turtles fan, Power Rangers fan, anything that you're into, you want to talk to you about, just ask me some questions. I mean, this is gonna be like kind of like a Q&A in a way. Besides asking if I suffer Trey or Stell, I'm not doing that right now. I'm not really in the mood to work that out at the moment. Right now, I need to kind of wait until things settle down. Because if I'm gonna mail anything out, if it's not through an envelope, I'll go to the post office. But the closest one really is my grocery store, because otherwise it's a little bit of a further way away for the post office that's closest to me. Maybe a few miles. There's one in a neighboring town. Because I live in Park City, and there's one in a town called Keachai. But when it comes to one in Wichita, it's little ways away from me. Maybe about 6 or 7 miles. And I say that because I don't have a car at the moment. Don't ask. I mean, I'm not gonna really explain too much. I've been trying to save money, but it's a little difficult right now. So, and no, I don't go blow my money on figures like crazy. Believe me, I'd have a lot more than what you see behind me if I really was blowing money just on figures alone. When you have to basically own your own house, pay property and pay bills, keep yourself fed, including keeping a pet fed, you can't really devote every single dollar you have to toys, which is okay. I mean, there's more to life than buying things you don't need, but just buy stuff for fun. You know that's the important thing. Um, but I'll work on getting a car eventually. I ride a bike when I need to, and I can ride my bike as far out as I can to maybe the Walmart. That's not too far from me. It's about 3 miles down the road. Any further is a little bit much for me. I'm gonna try to ride it some more, just like get in better shape. But the only reason I don't because the bike needs to be fixed. I think the chain might be messed up a little. I think there might be something missing because sometimes the chain might want to come off. Not always, but it's a mountain bike, so I have to be careful with it. Watch my cat over here go crazy. Don't know what the heck he's doing. Cats are like something else. I don't know. He's like possessed. He's like a little demon sometimes. Okay, so I'm gonna look down my phone whenever I need to look at comments. So I want to see what all my people I'm subscribed to are doing right now. I'm not gonna show anybody's live streams. Okay, so one video here on my YouTube feed says WrestleMania reportedly pre-tape an upcoming show. WrestleMania may not air live, which I guess makes sense if you're not gonna have it from a crowd, mate. And also, don't maybe do it in an empty arena. Try to do something special, like say Cena the Fiend. Maybe do it like in like the Funhouse, and then it turns into like something terrible. I mean, I don't know how you do Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre or any of the other matches, but in a ring with fans that aren't there, I mean, that's crazy to think about. Let's see, WrestleMania, that's another channel I'm subscribed to. Wrestlers Are Fierce or WrestleMania 36. Scheduled Elite. Let's see, Cultaholic Wrestling. They just did a live stream doing 2K15. That's like one of the last games I played. Yeah, I haven't played many 2K games as of late. I definitely haven't played 2K20, and I heard how much of a clusterfuck that was, excuse my language, but yeah. Let's see, Grimm's Toy Show, his Silly Super Up channel. That dude Grimm, I like Grimm, but he definitely doesn't stop to try to, exploit the coronavirus for views, which I'm not gonna hate on the guy for it. He's been do that with his videos. Dean Joseph TV, he's a pretty good channel. He's doing that's like a Funko unboxing. He's got like a Dr. Pepper, like that little guy from the Dr. Pepper commercials. Let's see, Mystic 7, he's got some videos for Pokemon Go. Just telling you guys about some good channels I watch. Sharma's Prime, he's doing a toy review. I could go through all these. My Damn Toys, that's another good one. I'm gonna definitely watch his video here in a little bit. Says new WWE figures found on Toy Hunt, epic finds. Yeah, I had my epic finds a couple, like 2 or 3 weeks ago at this point. And for now, I'm not going out toy hunting. Especially if they tell us to quarantine, or isolate. They say quarantine and isolate are different. Isolate means just you can't near anyone, while quarantine means, yeah, you could be around a small group of people maybe. Don't quote me on that. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just from what I'm hearing. Man. I don't know. I'm going to stay on for maybe a little bit longer. I think by 8:30, that'll be 9:30 for those of you on the East Coast. 6:30 for those of you out in the West Coast, and just wherever else you are in the world. Go by your time. Just like about a half hour from now, I'm going to probably stop streaming because I can maybe do an hour and a half, but 2 hours? Probably not. But hey, I might be back on tomorrow for SmackDown. Even if it's not a SmackDown that's going to be really worth watching, but, I'll try to be on for it. Now, when it comes to WrestleMania, I don't know. If WWE's going to be doing a 2-night WrestleMania, which will be on a Saturday and a Sunday, I sadly will not be home for the Saturday part unless I have to start taking Saturdays off, or I decide to instead take a Friday off, I take a Saturday off, so I can have Saturday and Sunday off, so I can watch WrestleMania both nights and stream both nights, because otherwise I'm only going to be able to give you guys a Sunday night stream. But hey, I guess 2-night WrestleMania might be better than the full 7 hours we've had in the past, last few years, because people kind of, like, if you see those crowds who are now being taken for granted, will they be there? They'd be kind of, like, exhausted by the time the main event rolls around. But, of course, there won't be a crowd this year, so it's kind of, like, hard to judge how a 2-night WrestleMania would be, but they've been proposing this for a while, that maybe WrestleMania should be two nights rather than being one day with 7 hours. Do 2 nights with maybe 3-4 hours tops, maybe. And it's like the first time since WrestleMania 2 that they're going to do it for multiple locations, but the first time ever where it's going to be 2 nights. I mean, that's really still crazy, unheard of. I mean, New Japan's done it. It's not like it's anything new in wrestling. New Japan will do some of their shows like over 2 nights. Like, I don't know if it's Wrestle Kingdom that they do it or whatever show it is, but man. I don't know. It's crazy. I'm just looking through all my subscriptions right now, trying to put my Roku up. Man. So hold on just a moment, guys. I want to try something. I'm about to turn this around and see if the lighting's any better, because it was fine last night when I did my video, my live stream. I don't know if it's just my Note 10, how it acts. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it has a decent camera. I don't know. So hold on just a moment. As you guys look at the TV for a moment, yes, look, that's my mission right now to like an MLP. So I'm sorry that people may not like to hear that. Wow. Okay, so still there's something wrong with the lighting. I don't know what's going on. If I did something with my phone, because I was trying to adjust the lighting earlier today when I was doing my video. And it's also kind of weird from this angle. So, okay, I'm going to turn it back around one more time. Man. Hold on just one more time, guys. And then, of course, you can look at the review of my TV, some other channels I'm subscribed to, like Cincy Nerd and Leonard. Okay, so once again, I am back to having it and probably a different angle than what I had before. But yeah, so if I change anybody's opinions about what I like and you don't like that, well, I guess don't be subscribed to me if you don't like that. But if you're gonna support me and not care what I'm into or the stuff that you like and that I like, I mean, you may like stuff I don't care for, but I'm not gonna judge you for it. So just don't say it right now. I mean, shoot, it's cool to have all sorts of fans of my channel. Like I said, it doesn't matter wrestling, Turtles, Power Rangers. If you like MLP, if you like Star Wars, Marvel, DC, GI Joe, I don't care what you like. Like what you want. Don't care what anyone says. Just don't like something that's weird. I'm not saying go and be a fan of animal porn or if you like any kind of pornography, like child pornography. No, don't do that. So that's wrong. Just stuff that's reasonable that isn't gonna harm anyone. But whatever. I'll probably say a little more. I probably need to say, but oh, the kid with the tripod again. Rescue. Don't. Oh, at least I thought he was. It looked like he was shaking for a moment. Oh man, of course it's already after 8 o'clock where I'm at. Like I said, I'm gonna try to stay on for a little bit longer. All right, so David, I missed your comment. I'm reading it right now. It says you collect pop figures and have My Little Pony pops. Okay, cool. I have a few pops. They're WWE ones. The only ones I have are an AJ Leaf I got from a WWE live show back in like 2014. And then two I bought at Walmart. One's Alexa Bliss and the other one's Razor Ramon. And that's it. I don't really collect that many pops. If I'd like to get more, I can't get myself into collecting pops. I feel like once you collect Funkos, I mean, you're gonna run out of room. I mean, at least the figures I buy, I still have plenty of room for them, whether I have in the package or not. But if I were to buy any more Funkos, it'd be like first I'd get the Macho Man Randy Savage, my favorite wrestler of all time, and then Sting, one of my other favorites, The Rock. They may have got a decent amount of him. I'd probably get Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'd probably get some Hogan ones. Maybe I'll get the Kevin Nash and Diesel ones and a few others, and I would stop. I'd get maybe the Turtles, like get all four of the Turtles and maybe Shredder and Splinter. I'll try to get all the MMPR Rangers and the villains, and that'd be about it. I'd probably stop there. I wouldn't really want to go crazy because they make Funkos for everything. Like, man, I hear a lot of people saying right now how the Funko Pop bubble has pretty much, pardon the pun, popped because it seems like people aren't caring as much, but there's still people who like them. If you like them, cool. Me, I'm casual. I mean, I'm gonna stick to collecting my elites when it comes to WWE figures and maybe the basics and the battle packs. But I don't know. I could never get too crazy into collecting Funkos on a constant basis. Man, though. Trying to think of other things to say. I mean, I can't guarantee I'm going to go on for the last 30 minutes that I said I was going to go on for. Shoot, I was thinking 2 hours, but nope, there's that cough. I've been trying to get over the flu, guys. If you don't see me again for a while, that's because I went to a doctor. It's just right now, I'm not trying to buy this. It's like, even then, it's like there's not a cure for it right now. They've been discharged from the hospital, maybe just because I'm telling people, hey, go home. I mean, doctors, they can only give you so much advice before it's like, what do they do right now when they don't know how to cure this disease? They give you like antibiotics or any other kind of medication, but do they want to end up accidentally killing you in case they give you the wrong medication that might not work with the virus? Man, once again, I don't like having to talk about the virus, but that's what's on everybody's minds for the time being. I saw an email on Yahoo. Like, Yahoo will send me news stories in my email. I may have to disable that at some point because I don't really care about the news, but I mean, it's hard not to follow it right now. That this pandemic can last up to 18 months. I hope I'll still be employed in 18 months. A year and a half? 2 months already is long enough. Geez, are we really prepared to be in isolation, away from our jobs for that long? That just sounds like some bull crap to me. Some bullshit. I'm not going to be cool with that. You're going to see this country, the United States of America, go to hell, basically, if that happens. Unless Trump and his administration wants to pay us for that year and a half, or whoever gets voted in office, Joe Biden looks like he's going to get the Democratic nomination, and people are kind of really looking forward to Biden, but people don't want Trump either. It's like, well, not everybody. I mean, besides people that do support Trump, and the people that do probably support Biden, those people that support Bernie Sanders, but I guess not enough people are going out to vote for Bernie Sanders, but whatever. I'm not gonna tell you who I support because I'm kind of I don't know. I believe you should vote and get your voice heard, but none of these candidates really have appealed to me. It's really hard to say who I would vote for. I'd go third party, honestly. Like, who was the Libertarian candidate back in 2016? Gary Johnson. It seemed like he was the person that if I was gonna vote for anybody, I'd vote for him. But I knew that the vote, while it would count somewhat, it wouldn't count towards the electoral college because it's Republican or Democrat. And I was not voting for Hillary Clinton because Hillary Clinton she dug herself into a hole, and I just didn't vote for Trump because I was like, whatever. But I had a feeling Trump was gonna win. But you know what? Deal with it. He may get reelected, whether we want or not. If he can at least do something, though, to keep us from all going crazy, stealing from stores. It's already bad enough people are buying everything up. Now people are going to resort to stealing and worse, killing each other. I don't know. We just got to let Trump do what he's got to do, but as long as he's not going to screw us all over, I mean, I would hope he doesn't. People are already saying this virus is his fault. And there's some people out there saying that Trump's calling this the China virus because, yes, it originated in China. That's where all the cases were popping up. And it spread to Japan and went to Italy. And Italy's getting, hit hard. But they're not going to always tell you that Italy's got, a real large population of the elderly. So that's the reason why a lot of people in Italy are dying. Yes, there probably are people that aren't elderly dying in Italy as well. But they may not account for every death in Italy. And now people are saying, hey, it already happened in Italy. Wait, what happened to America? Like, really? Are you going to really go by what you hear? Because then you're just going to stress people out more. And it's like, it's just better if we all just stay home. And if you have money in savings, rely on it. If you have money that you had saved from your last paycheck, just save it. Only use it when you need to. And if you have sick vacation pay, if you can use it up to 2 or 3 weeks, use it. And if Trump's going to give you money, I'm sorry. I don't care if you get taxed or not, just take it. I'm not for handouts, but do you want to live on the street and go steal? Because you're going to, if at some point utility companies are like, okay, we can't keep our electricity on anymore. The pandemic's gone longer than it should. We got to keep our employees paid. What's going to happen? You're going to just live in a house with no electricity? No running water. Hey, that toilet paper is not going to do you good when your house turns into a porta potty. Sorry to kind of get all negative, but that's how these people are getting. If you go and you read comments on Facebook or Twitter, people are just so divided right now. We got to stick together. Not just as a country, but as a world. We got to be together. If this so-called Illuminati, New World Order exists, we got to be united against them. We got to be united as a people, and we can't just let them walk over if that's the case. But if they're willing to help us, then maybe just let them help us. People say all this stuff because they're afraid of the government. They don't want the government to help because somebody, thought the government was against them inside, the government's going to screw all of us. If they're trying to legitimately help us, let them help us. And if, unfortunately, the worst happens, then people got to stand up. Otherwise, if you want them to take your house away, make you into a prisoner, then it's going to happen to you. I'm not going to let it happen, but I'm not going to be that kind of person thinking it's going to happen. Because I'm thinking from a reality standpoint, if that would have happened, it would have happened a long time ago. Because this Illuminati NWO thing's probably going on for centuries now. I think it originated in Europe, I believe. I mean, I'm not saying secret societies to an extent don't exist. But come on, people. The people will just get all paranoid. Man. Like I'm saying, not for handouts, but if Trump's going to be able to help me keep some bills paid for a while until I get back on my feet, I may take the money. I mean, we got people on welfare. People on welfare aren't really against getting money. And there's a lot of people who are against welfare too, but it's like, when you're going to be in that same situation, what are you going to do? I don't know. Of course, my TV just shut off. Well, it didn't shut off. It just, the Roku will go on like screensaver when I'm not watching a video. I just kind of, I don't know if I want to really watch the rest of this video in my live stream. My cat just jumped in front of the camera. He's a psycho. He's like, man, he's like my little luchador right now. Little like Rey Mysterio. I need to get him a little mask to wear. He's like like oh my gosh. Rescue, I'm gonna have to now I can get on video. You guys now can see my cat's crazy. People told me to keep this cat, and I love him, but there's times like, man, I mean, kidding, you guys settle down. You're a psycho. Because I was like, every time I try to film him, he'll stop acting up, but it's like, and it's something he used to do for a while. He would actually pull his ears back. He would start going back like it's like he was like, it was like the most satanic thing he used to do. He doesn't do it anymore, weirdly enough, but he used to do it for a while when he was younger. Like, I was like, wow, is this cat possessed? Do I have a little demon in my house? I'm not gonna hit you, Rescue. He sometimes thinks I'm gonna smack him. It's this thing about cats, if you don't know, you gotta kind of make sure you don't put your hand in front of them because they think you're gonna hurt them. Put your hand behind them, they get a little more relaxed. But even then, if he's not in the mood to be petted, he will let me know by just trying to attack me. Like, Rescue, it's gonna be okay, just you're going psycho. You're like showing off in front of my YouTube subscribers. I gotta do some videos of you to show everybody how crazy you are. Well, you're already going crazy in a live stream. Okay. I don't know if you can watch live streams while you're doing a live stream. I know there's somebody I'm subscribed to. He's been covering the coronavirus like crazy. His name is Steve Lugner. What, Rescue? Do you want to be petted again? Well, anyways, his name is Steve Lugner. He has a channel called Agenda Free TV, which isn't liberal, it's not conservative. He basically, as he says, presents his channel without agenda. And he's been covering the coronavirus since it broke out back in like, well, I don't know if he started covering back in December, but he's definitely been covering since like what, late January, sometime in February, when this all started happening in China, when the news media wasn't even talking about it on a constant basis. Now all of a sudden it's made its way elsewhere, including here in the U.S. Now everybody else talking about it. He's been on it. Like, it's just him. Nobody else helps with his channel. Like, he has to take donations basically, and has to sell like merchandise for his channel to be able to do his channel. He'll stream for like at most like 6 to 8 hours if he has to, and whatever time of night he can do it. Whenever there's news. I mean, he streams like about lots of stuff, whether it be elections, there could be mass shootings, there could be a natural disaster. So if you've ever are looking up a channel you can watch, if you don't want to listen to the mass media, you want somebody who's going to tell you the news without giving you an opinion. I mean, he might have some opinions, but he tries to be rational with them. Anyways, check out Agenda Free TV. I do recommend his channel. You can go watch his stream after you're done watching mine, or if you can watch it on another device, I would suggest it. Because right now, Agenda Free TV, if I remember, if he's still on right now, he should be still streaming about the virus. I mean, all he does is he'll look up like social media, like Twitter or other websites, and he'll try to find every news source he can about what's going on with the coronavirus, for example, or just any other stories that are going on. Because he's done a few other news stories, like any primaries for the Democratic, presidential nomination. So he covers what he can. And then right now, Review Tech USA, he's streaming. He does some pretty good videos. Talks about video games, and he'll talk about computers. I mean, he'll talk mostly video games, but I like his channel. So he's streaming right now. Come chat me 319. Well, nope. Y'all can go chat with me. Come on. I might watch his stream after I'm done with mine. I may just put on the background. Maybe I don't know. I'm just trying to see what all's. I might try to go Agenda Free TV real quick while I'm doing this. I might leave the volume down low. And then when people ask Steve of Agenda Free TV that, hey, somebody's streaming right now, can you show their stream? He's like, no, I can't do that. And I'm sure that it's kind of the same with mine. You probably can't show. I mean, maybe unless it's like a stream on Twitter or on maybe Instagram or something. So I'm just gonna turn it down low so it's in the background. So maybe I hope I don't get in trouble for I was supposed to stream my background. Hold on, I'm gonna play it right now. So right now, yeah, just watching that, see what he's talking about. So hopefully it should be picked up by my live stream. Man, um, I'm looking down at the time. I might stay on for another 15 more minutes, and then I'm gonna get off, guys. So I'm just checking some of these streams right now to just, I don't know, just out of boredom, because my stream right now, I'm trying to still talk while I can. And probably chances are, anything I probably said this stream, if unless somebody stayed through the full stream, this stream, whatever I said this stream, you may not even care. So, you know, hey, we'll just, whatever I said in the stream, we'll probably just keep between me and whoever else is watching the stream with me, but whatever. People don't really go back and watch my streams unless, like, say, I decide to open up some trade card packs, like I've done in my WWE, pay-per-view streams, like for Royal Rumble, for example, which I'm gonna go back to just sticking to wrestling trade card videos on their own, not so much as part of live streams unless I feel like I want to. Other than that, I don't know. Maybe I'll do something in a stream, like maybe I'll show off some figures in a stream or something. So right now I'm going by Review Tech USA stream. He's just in his office, waiting for people to talk, I guess. And they're probably talking about video games. I'm sure they're talking about the coronavirus. I mean, who can't talk about the coronavirus? It's crazy right now. So once again, hey, whoever's viewing right now, if you want to say anything else real quick before I get ready to sign off in the next few minutes, feel free. Just if you want to give your 2 cents about what's going on. But yeah, I'm just checking stuff right now as it is. And like I said, I don't watch the mass media just because, like I said, I don't have cable or satellite. And even if I did, I'd be avoiding CNN, MSNBC, and Fox News because it's just not worth my time. It really isn't. I'll keep up with the stories. That's what Facebook is for, and Twitter, and just any other channels that make any announcements about it if they have to say anything. I mean, I'll see stuff in my YouTube recommended about what's going on with the virus. It's like nobody can avoid this right now. Right now, we just have to kind of be cautious until this blows over. I hope within the next couple of months. At most, from my job, like I said, I can take off 3 weeks. I hope that I can still use a few little bits of sick time between now and next week, but only like once a week, and then I'll take off 3 weeks, and then after that, I mean, if Trump's willing to throw me some money, they're saying up to $1,000. I don't know how much he'd give me. I think it would be based on income and probably by family. Maybe that's a census to be about, because if you're old enough to fill out the census, that's due like on April 1st, at least here in the U.S. I don't know what other countries do, but they gotta know all the information about who lives in your household. Not too much, just your race and all that other stuff. They do it every 10 years, and I already got one notice because they give everybody a notice, and they give like a second one because they want you to do it online first. And they say, hey, you got to go first, and they send me another 1 week later, like, hey, just a reminder, we need you to do the census. If you don't do it before that, like right as soon as you can, we're gonna send you paperwork, and if not, because it's required by law, we'll send them to your house to interview you. Like, it's not like I'm trying to hide anything. I'm not an illegal immigrant. I mean, I was born and raised here in the U.S. I mean, I'd rather fill it out online and just get over with. I mean, I'll probably do it for the next few days. I mean, but geez, it's like a bill collector. Like, hey, that bill's due. We're going to keep calling you. In this case, they're just going to keep sending you letters until you fill it out. They just send you a questionnaire. I mean, shoot, just send me the questionnaire. I'd rather just do a questionnaire than have to do it online. It's just take like 10 minutes. I'd rather just do a written one, honestly, and get over with. Not to say it's hard on a computer, but computers might just typing a lot. Or just clicking sometimes and having to wait for the page to load in versus just grabbing a pen or pencil and filling stuff in and just being done with it. I mean, either way, it's like, I already filed my taxes. I mean, I've used my tax money for all that I could use it for, and I'm not going to go into specifics or anything, but with what's going on right now, it's like, if Trump's going to help us, then I don't want to be a hypocrite, but I want us to help us. I want him to help us. Because if we all go broke and have to be on the streets, that's when chaos happens. And a lot of people were saying that, and they say, oh, don't say that. Like, no, they don't have to say it. They know what's going to happen if we can't, gets that way. Not everybody's going to be like that. It's the people who are the most desperate, especially like in real poor communities, like say the ghetto, for example. I'm not trying to stereotype, but obviously it's called the ghetto for a reason. You know, ghetto like anywhere, like a small neighborhood where most of the people are your gangbangers, drug addicts, or just people who are just can't really make ends meet and are lucky to make the money they make. And sadly, those are going to be the people who are going to start first. Only after that, who knows what the rest of us are going to do. Especially if we have to live in fear of others. We have to live in fear of a virus. Now we got to live in fear of the people who are going to go crazy because they can't afford to go out. I mean, the people who already are going to loot, they're going to do it anyway. But if you eliminate the police force, because even they're being quarantined, like, that's it. You really are going to screw over so many people doing that. But yet, we don't want too much of a police presence, because then it's going to feel like we're going to be controlled. And it's like, I don't like dwelling those theories. It's like, I think back to, what, 6, 7 years ago, what happened in Ferguson, Missouri, after an African American got killed by a police officer, and then people there just went crazy and rioted. I mean, imagine what's going to happen with disease. I mean, I'm sorry I have to mention this stuff, guys. I don't want to go negative and go down that route, but man. Oh, that's not my remote over. Yeah, just a few more minutes, guys, and then I'm going to get off so I can, for one, watch my videos on YouTube. 2, I'm going to probably eat something again. 3, I'm trying to think of when I'm going to upload my Pokemon card videos. I'm going to try to get them uploaded and get them scheduled. Because I'm going to be free on Friday to do whatever. So I can do another stream plus do some videos. And then Saturday, despite the fact that it's a risk, I'm going back to work. I'll just try to be careful who I'm near. Hopefully none of my coworkers are getting sick. Because I know I have quite a few who unfortunately do end up getting sick a lot. And it's like, and they're even younger than I am. It's like, I don't even get that sick all that much. But it's probably because of how they live. I try to keep myself clean. My couch may not look the best, but I try to be clean as I can be. But some people aren't, but that's how they are. I don't know. And it seems like if anyone's going to get that virus, it's more likely them. And hopefully I hope they don't, because then I'd say, hey, you stay home. I don't want you at the job if you have it. Because then maybe I don't have to sacrifice my time, have to take a day off, because some of the people that aren't sacrificing hours as much don't have severe vacations, so they're screwed if they do take a few days off, and they already kind of have to anyway. You know, kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation. I'm kind of feeling a little softer too, because even though I'm not really sick, I just don't want to lose my voice from talking so much. I think when I was sick and I did do a lot of talking at work, that's how I lost my voice. And for all the stuff that's going on, I think everybody's kind of getting a paranoia kind of sick, but who really knows right now? And one funny thing I want to bring up, one of my coworkers was talking about how he's listening to Joe Rogan's podcast. Joe Rogan said, why does everybody just not get the disease? Just get the disease right now. Just everybody needs to be exposed to it so we can build an immunity. I'm like, I'm not saying I want everybody to get it, but I'm going to say this right now. I don't think in my life I've ever had a flu shot. I've had the flu many times, and because I'm still young, I've survived the flu every time. I've done the things I need to do, get my liquids, rest, take medicine, and I've been fine. And even times I've had to just lay in bed with nothing and just not be around people. And guess what? I'm still here. And the flu's been known to kill people. And even though the flu mortality rate is still a tiny bit lower than this COVID-19 rate, even then, like 3% for COVID-19. Only unless it were like much higher in the double digits or as close to 100% as it could get, that's when I would fear it. It's only the elderly and people with weak immune systems that I'd be the most worried about. Not so much somebody like me who's still young. I'm not saying I'm bulletproof. If I don't take the right steps, keep my hands washed, and not touch people when I don't need to be touching them, I could get it, and who knows what'll happen to me. That's why I'm not downplaying it. I'm not going to say that I'm going to be all right if I get it. I'm just going to say I'm going to do what I can if I do and try to avoid it so I don't. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but it's kind of the truth. And for a while, I was kind of, in a way, downplaying it, but only because I was frustrated over it. Because I was like, it got let out somehow. Somebody tried to say something about it. nobody listens, and that's why it's happening, and that's how it's looking. That's why I'm just more bothered by it more than scared of it. I still don't want to get it, but I'm not scared of it. It's like I just you can't be scared. I feel like if you are scared, then you're gonna let it come to you, and yeah, that's it. That's why I'm trying not to fear it. Me, it's not the fear of the disease; it's the fear of what the disease is gonna do to my job. As I've said before, I've said it previously, in my last live stream, and I said it before in my blog. I mean, I'd rather die in my home than die on the street. And I think that's how everybody would feel. And I feel bad for people who are homeless right now because they're probably going to be the most at risk of getting it as well because they're not getting proper treatment. Even if they're in a homeless shelter, they're all at risk of giving it to each other, and they give it to the people who volunteer there. And then the volunteers go. I mean, once again, I'm not trying to scare anyone. I apologize if I am. I'm not trying to, as I don't like it any more than anyone else does. But guys, we gotta stay strong. We're gonna get through this. Let's hope it don't last as long as they say it's gonna last. It's not like it's gonna go away. I mean, it's gonna probably be around for years to come, but it won't be a pandemic. Shoot, if you go back and look at the cases of H1N1, those cases were like more than what we had right now, and I guess Obama never even bothered to declare a pandemic. But I don't know. You can believe what you want to believe. It's crazy. And right now I'm kind of getting distracted because I guess some of my neighbors, like, their kids are outside playing basketball, which I don't care. Hey, that's cool. They want to go outside and play basketball. I mean, there's no basketball TV right now, so might as well let the kids be like LeBron James or the late great Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan. Let them go play some basketball because there's no basketball TV right now. No NBA, no college. High school is supposed to be finishing up their state tournaments. There's no hockey on TV, no NASCAR, soccer/football, as you guys want to call it overseas. And it comes to football we have here in the U.S., the XFL is not on after a few weeks, which that kind of screwed Vince McMahon over. But we still got wrestling. And I'll say this once, and I'll say it again. I think I said earlier, I'm probably a wrestling fan. I don't care what anyone else says now, because wrestling's the only sport/entertainment that's actually still doing anything right now, besides anything that's already been filmed for television. You all that put down wrestling, well, guess what? Your sports aren't being shown on TV right now. I don't even know if UFC's even doing anything right now. If they're gonna bother doing their next UFC show in an empty arena. They could. I don't think they would. I'm just saying. All right, so I haven't got any more comments as of late. So I'm getting ready to wrap the stream up here in about a minute or so. It'll be on a delay, so when I wrap it at 8:30, it'll probably be like 8:31 or whatever. So I might wrap up here shortly, whenever. So I can get back to watch the videos on YouTube. I mean, I'm glad that at least I had somebody come on tonight. So to David, I'm gonna say David Whitted. If I said your name wrong, please forgive me. Arcade and Toy Channel. Thanks for coming on. And I said before, it doesn't matter if you're a brony, a wrestling fan, doesn't matter what you're into. I'm glad you're here because we should all be united. Because we all have, like, maybe not the same interests, but similar. When we're all fans of something, it's like we're doing stuff that's harmless. I mean, there's worse things people could be doing, but whatever. That's really all about I have to talk about at the moment. So I'm about to wrap up. Will you back tomorrow for SmackDown? Yeah, maybe. Just maybe do one more live stream before I go back to work, and then will I do one for Sunday? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, obviously there's nothing going on Sunday. WrestleMania is still a couple weeks away, and there's still a chance they could still cancel WrestleMania, but because they decide to do it for 2 nights in different locations, they may not. I still think it'll be weird, because it was already weird watching Raw and NXT and kind of SmackDown without having an audience. Hell, I don't know what AEW's going to do. They're thinking about not do Double or Nothing because they can't have the MGM Grand in Vegas. All these other wrestling promotions like Impact Wrestling had to cancel their TNA show they were going to do, like their tribute to what they were, when they used to be known as TNA Wrestling before they became Impact Wrestling. Lots of other companies, Ring of Honor's canceled some of their major shows. New Japan's canceled shows. I mean, every wrestling company in the country, and here in the U.S., every wrestling country in Japan, UK, Mexico, wherever you can think of, they canceled their wrestling. I mean, WWE and AEW are like some of the only two major wrestling companies still going at the moment. But it's like even AEW is kind of like skeptical if they're going to still continue for a while, so they'll probably just do some best of shows, and we'll see what happens with WWE. But guys, I'm gonna get off now. I do thank y'all for watching. Thanks for anyone who came and viewed and hit a like button and commented. I do appreciate it. Like I said, I'll try to get back on for SmackDown tomorrow. I'll let you guys know through Twitter at RefHallCowboy. I might go live on Instagram at some point. Maybe my Sunday stream will be on an Instagram stream. So, of course, Instagram, same handle, at RevHallCowboy. I do have Facebook, facebook.com/RevHallCowboy, not Revolution Cowboy, because I used to have that for another account I don't have anymore. But if you want to go like my Facebook page, but I don't really use it all that much anymore, because Facebook's reach is crap. At least Twitter, I get some exposure, and I get more exposure on Instagram and here on YouTube. But yeah, I went about a minute over, but whatever, doesn't really matter. So guys, I'm going to turn this around here in a moment so I can end the stream. So I want to thank y'all very much for watching. Rock on. Keep collecting. Of course, Rescue is finally asleep. He always seems to go to sleep towards the end of the stream. But yeah, guys, I'm going to turn around. You're going to see a TV because right now the TV just on screensaver mode. So I'm going to turn it around to the television. You can see the dark screen there. And that is it. And I am wrapping up. So guys, once again, thanks for watching. Rock on. Keep collecting. Ah, dang it, Josh. You are coming on late, dude. Okay, you know what, guys? I'm gonna keep the stream going. I'm not gonna stop. Josh, man, dude, you can rise. I'm going to end the stream. Okay, so let me turn back around. Josh, what's up, dude? Oh, okay. So I was ready to cut it off, dude. I was waiting for you to come on and somebody come on and talk. Okay, so maybe I'll stay on for a few minutes. What's up, dude? Are you still there? I was ready to turn it off. Oh, man, dude. Okay, so if you want to chat and let me know what's going on, dude, if you're still here, if not, I mean, I'll stay on for a little bit, so maybe if I want to hear you, comment from you, thank you. I just now saw your comment before I was getting ready to wrap up, like, shoot. I'm gonna wrap up here again in a moment if I can, but I was like, dang, Josh, I just saw your comments, like, Savage Joshua Art, who's one of my moderators, like, I wish you would have, I can't get mad at you for not being on the stream, but I wish you would have joined a little earlier, dude. Yeah, it's alright, I posted on Twitter, you know, Twitter is kind of random. If you don't have the most recent or anything, or if you don't have, like, a notification, you're not going to know it, and then if you don't have notifications on YouTube sometimes, I think YouTube sometimes doesn't even notify people of live streams. I don't know. My YouTube reach is kind of hard to get there, but dude, I was talking for quite a while. I wish you would have been joining me. And of course, right now my setup, I kind of have the phone camera pointed at me. I'm not looking directly in the phone, so I have to use my other backup phone to look at the camera. And I was looking at my TV at one point to watch the live stream. And I'll leave the stream up so you can go back and watch, you know, everything I said if you want to. Since I was on for an hour and a half. But I hope you're doing good, Josh. I know things are going crazy everywhere, and I know Tom Hanks was down there in Australia filming a movie, and as you may already know, he contracted the coronavirus while he was there alongside his wife. Oh yeah, just looking after your mother. Yeah, honestly I know why. Everybody's gonna have to look after their parents if they have to. I mean, yeah. I mean, I hope things are going good for you, dude. I was kind of talking about AEW earlier. I don't know if you've already watched Dynamite or not. If you've already had a chance to watch it, where you watched it through a stream, or if you watched it on whatever channel it airs there in Australia, or if you, because I was actually talking about that earlier, and nobody else that was chatting about wrestling with me. I mean, if you notice, I had somebody else chatting with me about, it was like a My Little Pony fan. I was like, okay, cool. I guess I'm gonna admit tonight that I like MLP, which, you know, whatever. I don't really care at this point. I was telling everybody what I like, MLP, DBZ, Power Rangers, Turtles, all that. I'm like, whatever. Yeah, that's a gold host. Hospital in quarantine. Oh, dude, thoughts and prayers, man. I hope your mom pulls through. As I was mentioned earlier in my stream, I was the most scared for my uncle. He's in his 60s. He's diabetic. So if anyone I worry about, it's him. He's been in the hospital several years back for heart issues because he had to put a stent in his heart, but he's doing fine. I'm just hoping he's doing all right. And if I hear anything from my cousin, I mean, I'll know. But everybody knows what's going on, so I think about them. Foxtail's not show AEW. So have you had a chance to at least catch up on AEW? Did you maybe see what happens? Because dude, it was a heck of a show, despite the fact. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to cough. I promise I don't. I hope I don't have it. If I have to go to a doctor, I will. But I think it's just the standard flu. But who really knows at this point? But earlier I was trying to kind of do a spoiler, and I had to put my fist up to let people know that hey, if you don't want to hear spoilers, wait until I put my fist down. But oh man, yeah, sorry, yeah. Whenever somebody has a complication of some kind, and then you have COVID-19, I mean, you gotta take extra precautions because yeah, if you were in the hospital for if she was in the hospital for something else, then you gotta at least check, make sure that she hadn't already contracted it somehow. Yeah, I feel you, dude. I mean, I know it's like your mom. She's who you, like what the only parent you have, I believe. So I don't know about your father. I mean, I know we've chatted a few times about your parent. I mean, most your mom, but I know you got her and you got your brothers, sisters, all of them. I know without being crazy there, crazy here. I know you guys are about to approach winter time because it's already fall for you guys, while it's already spring for us here in the northern half of the world. So they say that viruses can die under heat and humidity, but once it gets cold out, I mean, man, because this was already coming about during the winter. I mean, it's crazy, but so I'm trying to get a little positive. I was trying to ask if you've had a chance to catch up on AEW, if you've watched any clips on YouTube or anything like that, because man, it was a heck of a show, dude. Even with them doing the same thing that they did with the WWE, where there's like no crowd, but at least AEW decided to have some of the wrestlers in the crowd. Not all of them, but it was a pretty good show. I mean, plus there was some rumors. I think everybody kind of figured, like some former WWE superstars who were released, or decided to get released, or left on their own terms, joined the company. So lucky you're in a world town where you used to live. There are many cases of coronavirus. Only impact the majors like Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane. Yeah. So far, when it comes to where I live, there hasn't been any major cases here in the Wichita area, even though there was like the mayor and some city council members who thought they might have had it, and they went into quarantine. Seems like there have been people from other parts of Kansas, like Johnson County, which I think that's where Kansas City is located. At least Kansas City, Kansas, not Kansas City, Missouri, where there's been a few cases. I think at most we've had maybe 10 cases in the state of Kansas. Obviously, in the U.S., New York, L.A., Chicago, Seattle, there's some places where most of the cases are at. Yeah, man, wasn't that debut of Matt Hardy wonderful? Yes! Yes! I mean, Matt Hardy, man, and then I mean, also about Luke Harper now, or Brody Lee, which is his real name, as the Exalted One. I hope I didn't spoil it for you. But if you already saw the clips of AEW, you should already know. And I already said how I kind of feel now they made him more of a main eventer in AEW than he ever was in WWE. Which, is crazy to think about. WWE, trying to treat people like crap, like Jon Moxley. Like, even when Jon Moxley was WWE champion as Dean Ambrose, like, he wasn't seen as the main eventer. Like, they gave him a belt because he was in the Shield, because they saw more of Reigns and Rollins as the two breakout stars, and they just saw him as Ambrose being like a comedy character. But you see him as Jon Moxley, he just kills it in AEW. Like, and now that he's the AEW champion, like, he looks like a legit champion more than he ever did in WWE. And I feel like at some point Brody Lee can be a future world champion. I mean, he's only been good enough being a tag champion in WWE, but I feel like he could be a future world champion, whether it be in AEW or if he goes anywhere else. Okay, I figured you saw the clips. Cool, dude. Um, so I thought it was a pretty good, decent show of AEW. Um, NXT wasn't much of a show though, since they only did like a recap of all the stuff that was going on with NXT as of late, and they already canceled the Takeover show in Tampa. I mean, they had to cancel WrestleMania anyway, and well, they canceled in Tampa. They canceled the show altogether. Just well, they of course they moved it. It's going to the Performance Center, but which is gonna be weird. It's also gonna be in some other locations they haven't announced yet. And obviously, over 2 nights they can film as many matches they want. They're already saying they're gonna tape the shows. What about Monks? I like AEW's control. Yeah, definitely, definitely. It's like he gets to be himself. Dean Ambrose was a character that was like fed a script. John Moxley's a guy who speaks from the heart. You can definitely tell this is the actual guy being himself, not pretending to be something he's not when he was Dean Ambrose. Don't get me wrong, when he was Dean Ambrose, I still enjoyed him. I still thought that he did some funny stuff early on when he left the Shield after the Shield had split up. But after a while, they just ruined him, especially with that heel turn. It's like, man, I mean, he had potential like in WWE, and WWE just ruined him. So I'm glad he left when he did. And hey, he was smart when he said he was going to come back someday. He just needs some time off. Boy, yeah, that tells you, John Moxley, he's smart. He knew what he was doing. And when you got people like Chris Jericho there, Chris Jericho's a pretty smart guy. Cody, I mean, Cody is one of the executive vice presidents alongside the Young Bucks and Omega, and how they're running the company. All smart guys. They know what they're doing. The elite they built off their time in Japan before they built this company. It's like smart guys. That do merchandising. Of course, there's my cat in the background. You kind of missed early in the stream when my cat was running around. At one point, my cat jumped off my knee. I'm like, dang, my cat's a little luchador. There he is in the background again. Oh man, I love the little guy. I'm kind of watching back on my phone too, so he might not be in the background again like now, but he's on the table doing who knows what. And also, I mentioned earlier, I was gonna get on my stream around 7 o'clock. I waited till like 7:05 my time to start the stream, and I was actually doing some Pokemon card videos. So I know Josh, you're a Pokemon fan just like I am. I don't know if you really collect the cards anymore, but I got some Pokemon card videos coming up in the next few days. I already have some that are up now, but I know you'll watch whatever if you can. And like whenever I do my wrestling figure hunts or any other videos I have a chance to do, like. Yeah, exactly. AW's giving wrestling more troll and being Mac does WWE. Love WWE, but yes, they do. Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon doesn't know what's good for the company. I feel like if the XFL didn't have to go on a hiatus until next year because they cancel their season, but you know what I mean. I feel like at some point he would be getting away from wrestling. Just let Triple H run things. Shoot, it's so bad. Triple H has been demoted. It's like now Triple H just runs NXT anymore. Like really, let Triple H and Stephanie run the company. Vince McMahon is like 75 years old as of this year. I think he just turned 75. He just needs to give up control. I mean, he's not going to give it to Shane because Shane's not a majority stockholder in the company anymore. He has like a minority stock. So I mean, the next best bet is Triple H and Stephanie. Triple H has done he's done wonders for NXT. That's why NXT could go toe to toe with AEW for the last few months since they've been doing this Wednesday Night War. It's just a shame that Vince wants to be this way. That's why Raw and SmackDown sucks so bad. That's why Ricochet and Cedric Alexander get buried. That's why Aleister Black barely does anything. So I see your next comment. Not much of a card collector, more of a fear collector. Okay, understandable. I've been doing since myself. Oh yeah, Ruby. I remember. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Hey, I was gonna say, share your videos with Ruby. I know you and Ruby keep in touch. You guys are real good friends. I know you were living there with her and her mom. Before you went back down So I guess you would be now or something like that. I guess, but But anyways, it's just yeah, let her see my videos. I mean, just trying to get my videos shared. Just I'm not really desperate, just to get like me a view or two. I mean, I've got a few people like my videos, but just trying to get more people to know that hey, my channel is more than just a wrestling channel. It's more than a figure channel. I like to do Pokemon too, as I've mentioned before, and just to put more out there for my channel. So I might stay on for a little bit longer. It's about 8:45 here. I think maybe good 15 minutes or so, and I think I might wrap up. But and I was talking about earlier how it's crazy. A lot of sports are getting canceled. I know here in the U.S., it's crazy for us because we were supposed to have the NCAA tournament. Of course, I'm wearing my KU tank top and my national champions KU hat from 2008. This is like the first time KU's missed the tournaments. Hell, any team's missed the tournament that's supposed to go to the tournament since like as long as I can remember. In my lifetime at least. You know, I've been alive for 34, almost 35 years now. I turned 35 in April. Of course, Josh, I know you had your birthday recently. I apologize. I didn't leave you my anything or timeline. I'm not on Facebook as much, as of late. So, dude, very late. Happy birthday. Happy, 3-3. I'm going, hey, you're an age that's the same forwards as is backwards. So, my age is like, it seems like I get older the older I get before I get to 40. Like, 34 backwards is 43, and so on. 45 backwards is 53. But whatever, age is a number, dude. Like, I still feel pretty young, and of course my cat is acting up. I don't know what. Rescue, get down from there. Mess with my anime figures. Damn, dude. You are one psycho kid. I think he saw me mess with my toys or something. I was grabbing some figures for my video. I put my Misty and Serena figures back in my office because I wanted to have them in the shot of my video so I could, have some in the background. But now he wants to come up with my like rescue. Get over here. Stop playing with my toys. Those aren't to play with, dude. Those are ones that can break. Ones that'll fall apart. I mean, jeez, not this cat. So WWE inspect on our. Tell me, this may not have much time to report. Yeah, Vince McMahon, like I said, 75 years old. He's pushing 80. I mean, dude, if he's old, not that old. I mean, I know he keeps himself in shape, but even then, he looks like he's getting frailer every time I look at him when he makes his appearances on TV. Like, man, he doesn't look like he used to look like a decade ago. You see someone like Chuck Norris, who's probably about the same age, and Chuck Norris still looks like he's in his 50s or even younger. Like, but Vince, like, damn, Vince McMahon just. Hell, even Donald Trump, of all people, looks like he's in better health than Vince, and Donald Trump don't think he's not great of health. Of course, my cat being crazy, knock my fingers up. Yep, age is just a number. There's times where I feel like I'm younger than I am. There's times I feel like I'm older. Most of the time I try to feel like I'm younger because majority of my coworkers are like in their 20s. I only have like 2 coworkers that work with me at night that are older than I am. One who's already turned 40, and I don't know, I feel like he doesn't seem like he's 40, but because he's just now going to turn 40 like in a couple months. Then I have like another coworker works with me at night who's like in his 50s. And he seems like he is, but but it doesn't matter. He's a cool dude. I mean, people go, do what they gotta do if they work in fast food. Doesn't matter what age you are, whether you're a teenager or in your 50s, 30s, 40s, 20s, whatever. I mean, gotta do what you gotta do. Chuck Norris knows how to live his life better. Yeah, definitely. I mean, Chuck Norris is like jacked, doing like commercials, like infomercials for the Total Gym. But yeah. But just it's good to talk about other stuff besides this coronavirus. And I already mentioned that there's a possibility I will be back on tomorrow because of the coronavirus. I had to take a cut back at work. I had to kind of go back a day. I have to, like, lose a day basically. I'm only working like Monday through Wednesday and then Saturday. I mean, it sucks, but I got my sick time. My boss is not doing it on purpose. He already knows he's got to do it to everybody right now because he has no choice. Because then he's got the company breathing down his neck trying to still, maintain our labor. It's also not even that. It's more like a safer cause because we have to close down our dining room. So we can't have a lot of people working as it is. Only doing drive-through, and then if people want to do deliveries, they have to kind of, the delivery people have to come to the drive-through as well instead of coming inside. It's like crazy. So everybody's had to either sacrifice 2 hours a day or sacrifice a day in general. I was like, fine, I'll sacrifice one day just because it gives me a time to be away from people. And if I'm gonna have 2 days back to back, Thursday and Friday, have those off, and then I go back Saturday, which I'll try to be careful while I'm there. Keep my hands washed, stay away from people. Hopefully, I don't have to touch any customers' money. If I do, I'll go wash my hands. Because if I work drive-through, I'll just be doing that. But of course, I'll probably be working till like 10 o'clock at night, not till midnight. And at one point, we were supposed to be changing our drive-through hours from midnight to 1 o'clock, but we already found out that's not going to happen now. And I'm like, yeah, because no one's going to come. Like after 11 o'clock, people stop coming. People will still come and order food. The people who can't come in the dining room obviously won't come unless they want to go to the drive-through. Because some people just come only in the dining room while everybody else just goes to a drive-through. And drive-through is like at least 60% of our business, 70% maybe. Man, though, I just think about that. It's like, but I'm just hoping right now it's the best thing I can do. And when I have to maybe stay home for at most 3 weeks and I have the money, I'll do that. And if Trump wants to give me a check, I mean, to live off again for a while until I can go back to work when this pandemic is over with, then I'll be fine with that. People won't complain about it. My cat, of course, acts up. Rescue, get out of the kitchen. Unless you're eating some cat food, get out of the kitchen. I'll probably have to feed him again. What's happening here, too? My schoolmate. Time off. Yeah, that's how it is here in the U.S. Most school districts here in the U.S. have either extended spring break by at least a week or two, or have just altogether just canceled the school year. Like the school year is over. Like here, the Wichita School District, that's it. The school year is done. Like the kids are now home, so I'm gonna be seeing a lot more kids out for the time being, and seniors have to get their diplomas, but they're not gonna walk. Like because can't have any big gatherings of more than 50 people. So it's crazy. Yes, the toilet paper shortages. Yeah, and everything, man. Hand sanitizer, medications, yeah. Groceries, all this stuff we took for granted. I mean, and I don't know if you saw you probably see my post I put on my Facebook page because you have me as a friend on Facebook, of course. You probably saw that I made that little thing about in memory of the toilet paper when it was last in stock, and I did one on Twitter as well, and I even posted my Instagram. I mean, not trying to make fun of what's going on. Everybody's trying to kind of have like a lighthearted take on it. I know you are too, but it's ridiculous. And you even saw my post where I mentioned Quick Trip. Like, I'm sure a lot of places are doing that where if they're not closing on the inside because they can't, they're closing their bathrooms to avoid people getting there and getting sick and stealing toilet paper. Because if you can't get in the stores, where else are you gonna get it? That's why we have to keep our store closed because we know people, if they came inside, they're going to come in and they're going to take what they can of our toilet paper. That's not happening. We're not letting that happen. I mean, shoot. And the sad thing is, the people who most get screwed over in that case are truckers because they can't get their trucks through drive-through. And if they go to the bathroom, unless they go stay at a motel, like, what are they going to do if they need the bathroom quick if they go to their next destination? And the only downside is truckers, because they go all over the country. Of course, they're the most exposed to this virus. So it's like, man, like what do these people do? Yeah, yeah, because you know what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous, man. And it seems like every 100 years, it looks like there's gonna be some kind of big disease of some kind. Every time when the Spanish flu happened, like in 1918. Now that was a big thing that pretty much got everybody worried and to the brink of like extinction to an apocalypse. And that's how it seems right now. Like when I think of people going to stores and buying a lot of toilet paper, I think of like people prepping for a hurricane. But see, I live in Kansas. We get tornadoes, and tornadoes you don't have time to prepare for any more than like a few minutes. Like a hurricane's days in advance. Of course, you have time for prep for a hurricane, but for a virus. And and I know, wiping your ass is not going to protect you from a virus. I mean, hey, if you want, Josh, I don't know if you've done it yet. If you want to do your Fuckwit Friday, do it for the people who hoard TP. Those are your people for the Fuckwit Friday. So I know it's already Friday over there in Australia, or at least, because it's going to be Friday here shortly here in the U.S. So if you have no idea, that's my idea for you. Made from Albury as a train driver. Did my shops. You had an amazing shot. Put packs of toilet paper. Yeah. Shoot, one of my friends showed a picture of like me whenever a toilet paper commercial comes on. It shows a dog looking all freaked out. Then it shows like some army men, like it was a war. I mean, we gotta make jokes the best we can, as long as they're tasteful. I mean, this thing about toilet paper is stupid. Like I even mentioned in my vlog how I did a few days ago when I went to find a dollar, talk to an employee, how people thought they had to stock up on the toilet paper because apparently you're gonna have like real bad diarrhea because of the coronavirus. Oh my gosh. Yeah, done. Hey, you're like I said, if you want to do that Friday fuck with, that's what you're gonna do. I nominate all the hoarders across the world who want to buy all this stuff and not save anything. I mean, it's so bad. I mean, I was watching like a live stream of one of the newscasters here, in this, like on one of the local news channels. She went to Costco and she was talking to these people who bought so much stuff and they weren't worried about the disease, but they had like pallets full of toilet paper. And Costco is like a warehouse. You can go buy like 100 rolls of toilet paper in a package. So if they're buying stuff like in bulk, they're going crazy with it. Now, of course, she was nice to them because she can't really get mean with them because, she's on TV. She would make herself look bad. But, man, these people are just insane. Like me, I'm lucky I bought a long time ago, and I don't do it because I don't prepare for disasters. I just buy it because I want to make sure I have it in advance so I don't forget about it. I bought 4 rolls of toilet paper. Now, it may sound like it's not enough, but I'm somebody who can make a roll of TP last for weeks. As I'm the only one that lives in my house. I don't go to the bathroom as much as I need to, unless I really have to. I only ever like if I have to go, to the bathroom's work, and I don't really use the bathroom work unless just to take number 1. I don't do number 2 that much at work, but I know. But yeah, I can make toilet paper last, but once those 4 rolls run out, I'm like, man, what am I gonna do? Especially if all the stores start shutting down. And it's already bad enough they're open and they don't have it. I found a dollar restocked. Me and one of my coworkers talked about how he got the info from the employee that the toilet paper was going to be restocked a certain day, and when he went back, toilet paper was gone. Like it was already gone after it was supposed to be back. Like man, and even when they try to limit the TP, people are still buying it like crazy. Like they need to be specific on what limit they mean. Like if you're going to buy a multi-pack, that already counts as limited 4. I feel like limited 4 should be if you're getting like just the packages that have 4 in them, because then you're getting a total of 16, which is fine. But if you're gonna go and buy like the multi packs, even then that seems excessive. Unless you like have a big family with a bunch of kids. I mean, one thing that COVID-19 maybe went to go with is the virus. The ban is bun sausage sizzle weakest stuff, guys. But yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Man, the restaurants, man, that have to close, and the stuff, the events they were doing. Think about the events that were being done for St. Patrick's Day here in the U.S. that had to be canceled because bars couldn't be open because gatherings were banned. No, I mean, dude, it's the same here in the U.S., man. We share your sentiment. It's everywhere, dude. Even if I don't think I know. Believe me. There's stuff in the U.S. we're pissed off about too, but it's nothing we can do with it. It's out of our control. And our world leaders seem to be a little bit negligent, a little bit, man, I don't even know what to think. They look oblivious, basically. Like Trump downplayed it, and even at one point, Trump was in contact with somebody who apparently had the virus, was from Brazil, and then Trump got tested, and I guess it was negative. I don't know. You think with Trump's age, he'd be the most at risk of getting it. I think he is the president of the U.S. He's probably like the best healthcare he can get. It's just crazy, man. What rescue? Rescue's out here just pawing me. He's thinking about sticking his claws into me, but man. Well, it's about to be 9 o'clock here. I'm probably about to wrap up soon, Josh. I'm glad you came on, dude. you're the one I've had the best conversation with. The other guy that I had on here earlier, I didn't mind talking to him. He was pretty cool. He only would comment every so often. But Josh, I'm glad you were on, man. Yes, they're naive. They are naive, oblivious, whatever you want to call it, man. These politicians, they really don't know. It don't matter if they're Democrat, Republican, or I know with you guys it's like labor and liberal or whatever, right? Whatever you guys call it. I don't know much about your guys' political system. I know I try to go by what I see on your guys' you and Mark Sola and anyone else I have as from Australia that I try to go with. But it's like crazy. Well, like I said, I'm getting ready to wrap up here. So, Josh, if you have any last comments before I get off, just any last words you want to share before the stream ends. Rescue, please don't bite me. Stop biting me, kid. I think he's mad because I got pizza and I wouldn't let him have any. Crazy little kitten. No, but if anything you want to say before I sign off, dude, I do appreciate you coming on this stream. It was good to talk to you. And hey, if you have a stream you want to do anytime soon, I'll try to come on and maybe chat with you for a while, maybe. If you do, if not, it's understandable. But I don't know. We'll try to maybe do something for WrestleMania. Maybe we're all stream and I'll watch your stream and vice versa. Just try to do something, I guess. Hey, Josh, no problem. What's going on with your mom? It's understandable, dude. You gotta do what you gotta do. Family comes first. If you're able to not come to a stream before I end it, it'll be up, and I'll make sure to let you know when I do another stream or something. And like I said, if you do one, I'll come on. But hey, that's it, guys. For real this time, I'm done, and I mean that just in a good way because I'm getting ready to watch some more TV, watch some other stuff that's on YouTube. So, guys. Once again, this is I'm actually signing off this time unless somebody else does chime in. I'm looking down at the phone. So guys, I'm gonna turn around real quick. Just real quick over here. Thanks very much for watching. Rock on, keep collecting, and stay safe. Once again, wash your hands. Don't hoard TP. Just get what you have to get. And just be careful out there, guys. Don't get infected by this disease, and if you do, and if it does get serious, do seek help, but just, once again, be careful. So that's it, guys, and if I do come back on tomorrow for SmackDown, I'll let you know through Twitter at RevAlCowboy, and I might even do an Instagram stream. But that's it, guys. I'm out. Once again, thanks for watching. Rock on. Keep collecting.